When I walked into the darkened gymnasium, my eyes are nearly useless, but my other senses are overwhelmed. Pine sap, evergreen, the scent of thick and strong and sweet, the fragile crunch of dead leaves underfoot, swirling breezes drifting hot and cold, autumn mixed with smoke, murmurs and laughter from unseen lips, all blending together, and under it all, music, not as loud as it was at the junior high dance at my old school, where the only way to hear the tune was to stand outside the building. Just music all around me. Is this how wizards throw a party? I can't really see the people around me, but their presence registers through sound and shadow, dancing, and so I begin to dance as well. Not too fast. I have to focus on my surroundings so I don't wave my arms right into someone else. But it is fun. No one can see me. I can't even see myself. And the music goes on and on, looping into and over itself without even reaching an end, playing tricks with my sense of time. It feels magical. And there, really spirits dancing here with us. Oh, I can cast Suicide. Let's save us that. Let's cast Suicide. I know the spell, but I've never seen a spirit creature. This is my chance. I see something. There is a stabbing pain behind my eyes, and everything goes black. The next thing I know, I'm lying in the hallway outside of the gymnasium. My eyes are still stinging, and I blink repeatedly to try and focus. I'm not sure how I got here, but I can hear voices. Are you teaching these children not even the basic rules of sometimes experience is the best teacher? She could have been killed. What? Me? You are always welcome to take over the white cause yourself, what? Hieronymus. Hieronymus. And just like that, the fires of rage behind his eyes snap to tight little pinpricks. So help me, Petunia. If you insult me like that again, I will leave this establishment, notice or not. Oh, my apologies. I only wish the best. You wish to meddle, and you always do. I think perhaps I'd better speak up now. What happened? Miss Hummington, did it even occur to you within the model workings of your toy plastic brain that this event is called the Dark Dance for a reason? Professor Potsdam takes my hand and helps me to my feet. The original dance was created so that the Jokeo could take part in the local celebrations without having to be seen by people who might might exploit them. Since you tried to spy on them, they punished you. But you weren't tied to a formal contract, and you weren't trying to capture them, so they understand you. Which leaves it in my hands. Holy crap. 30 demerits. 10 demerits for your foolishness. And detention on Saturday. Yes, sir. It seems like we started off trying to be a good girl and study and all of that. And it turns out we're in heart a troublemaker. But we're glad to see you're alright. Speak for yourself. Wrapping his cape around himself, he vanishes into the darkness. It does mean well, you know. Angering creatures from the other world can be extremely dangerous. Not the ones here at the dance, of course. I wouldn't allow any guests that are dangerous to attend. I want you children to blossom here. To reach your full potential, you have to be able to take chances and learn from consequences. I see. It's too bad about Saturday, but at least you'll have tomorrow off. No, it isn't. Tomorrow's Friday. It wouldn't be a good idea for you to return to the dance now. Off to bed with you then. She smiles and walks away. Well, at least now I know there's really spirits out there. Cool. After lunch, we all come back to the room to relax. At least Virginia and I do. Helen sits at her desk and pulls a large book off the shelf, but lays it down close in front of her and sighs. And what's up? Nothing, just the dance. Did you get detention too? What? No. Elizabeth, what happened to you? I used spirit vision. They didn't like that. Oh, you're so stupid. Even I know not to do that. You could have warned me. I didn't know. I've never tried. But what about you, Ellen? Did Ellen have a date? The reaction is immediate. Whoa, I'm sorry. I mean, I didn't really want to offend you, but I kind of wanted to offend you. Are you okay? Did something happen? See, she scrubs at her face and sniffs, trying to push the wetness back into her eyes, and failing. Nothing. That doesn't look like nothing. Nothing happened. Nothing ever will happen. He said because of you. What? Me? Because I'm your roommate, so it's not like I'm his sister too. Sis, you like Donald? I smack her eye on the arm. No, you idiot! William! Oh. I thought he swore off guns after Angela. That butterfly senior, he was so nasty. He went out with her. She's awful. That's why they broke up. Duh. Look, Alan, I'm not good and sensitive and stuff, but I know my brother wouldn't want to hurt you or anything. I didn't say it. Well, John, I mean, I want to make sure you feel better. I'm fine. Virginia sighs. Well, I definitely need to say that. But William changed the subject. Let it go. Let's see. What exactly did William say to you anyway? He said that he was looking out for me because he was my senior and I was a nice girl, but he thinks of us like sisters. He thinks of himself like your sister? No, I mean me and you. It's guy rules. You don't date your friend's sister, and you don't date your sister's friends. Oh crap, and I kinda like your younger brother. That might be a problem in the future. What if you're friends with everybody? It's not a big deal at school. And then he has to stay single. This is a real thing? I mean, is that really the reason? Because we're roommates? I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's really how a guy code works. I think so anyway, but it's not like a law or anything, but they take it some kind of seriously. I don't know, boys. It's just like, I would be really creepy to have to go watch one of your guys kissing by my brother. Creepy? Virginia laughs and waves her hand in the air. Not because you're creepy, duh, he's my brother, he's stupid, you can't be kissing anybody. You have a brother, right? Would you think it was weird if he was dating like one of us? Do you really have a brother? Why haven't you introduced him to me? I have a sister, and she's 12. Wasn't she 13 earlier? Anyway, so nobody here should be touching her. But when William was a freshman here, I was only 13, and it's kind of the same. Whatever. I guess neither Ellen nor I has a chance with William. On Saturday morning, the mail and allowances are delivered. I get up to go to my detention. When I arrive at the room for detention, it seems that the professor hasn't even bothered to turn up. Donald's here, scowling down at a notebook in front of him. He doesn't pay any attention to my entrance. There's a thick blue library book on the table with folklore and mythology compilation on the cover in silver lettering. Next to it, a piece of paper headlined with my name in Professor Graviner's handwriting. According to this note, I'm supposed to read a list of selected fairy tales and identify the most common failing of the human heroines. I flip through the book quickly. Athene the Bride, Beauty and the Beast, Alcyon, East of the Sun and the West of the Moon, the Gifts of the Mountain Spirits. Are all these stories true? Or just the ones he's picked out? Or none at all? I've had some of them since I was a little girl, but they never mentioned yoga or dances like the one we have. I'd better get to work. I sit across from Donald and smile at him. Don't you get tired of being in here every Saturday.
Hey, you noticed
Noticed what?
that I'm here?
Well, that is rather obvious, is it not?
You'd think.
Beg your pardon? He leans back in his chair and smiles.
Do you have any brothers or sisters?
No.
Do you want them?
So there. I'm gonna do this right. I'm lonely sometimes. Are you offering?
I'm lonely sometimes.
I do sometimes. It would be nice to have a friend of my own age lived with us and went on a vacation with us, so I'd never have to be lonely.
Yeah, a friend would be nice.
Wait! I know you and Virginia don't get along, but what about William? Your brothers? You must have a lot to share.
You know what you asked me earlier? William never asks.
Which thing I asked you earlier? He doesn't answer. The silent moment stretches. In the distance, I hear footsteps echoing down the hill.
Hey Elizabeth, do me a favour.
Okay?
Ask William what he thinks of me.
And with that, he turns his head back to his work just before the door opens. Grab his back, so I better act like I'm paying attention to my assignment. By the end of the afternoon, they finished taking notes on the fairies in these stories. They're all completely different. One will give you gold if you're polite, and give you a hunchback if you're not. But another will only give you treasures to people who insult them. One hero defeated an army of elves just by digging a hole in a hill and sprinkling it with salt. But in a different story, a king lost his whole country and was cursed for 100 years for looking at a fairy woman naked. I have no idea what I'm supposed to learn from this, except maybe that dealing with fairies is a bad idea. It was boring work, but it's over now. I'm walking along, minding my own business, when suddenly I feel a gentle touch on the back of my head. I turn around, but there's no one nearby. Then I notice something white drifting to the floor. Paper? With a few long strides.
How convenient that he's here right now when we have to ask him a question.
With a few long strides, William crosses the hall to reach my side.
Whoops. I'm sorry about that.
He picks up the paper airplane and winks at me.
I was supposed to give it over your head.
No problem. Now that I've run into him, I have a chance to ask him something, if I want.
Yeah, ask about Donald.
This is sort of a silly question. Do you and Donald get along?
Sure. Why?
Well, see, I've never had a brother or sister. My friends at school, sometimes their sisters were the best friends, and sometimes they couldn't stand each other, or they were always competing. Virginia talks about you all the time. She really looks up to you, and she replies on you to know how things work. Is it like that with you and Donald? Or is there some kind of secret masculine bonding thing?
Well, I can't tell you about our male secrets. No, Donald's his own guy. He'd rather solve his problems himself.
Like his problems with his sister?
I don't get involved in that.
You mean you're not on Virginia's side?
There's no point in taking sides. If she told you that she always the innocent one, don't believe her. They're each as bad as the other.
But you like Virginia better?
What is she up to this time?
Oh, nothing.
Tell her I love her, but I can't get out of her homework.
I'm not here to talk about Virginia. I'm trying to talk about Donald.
What? Oh,
Oh?
well, I can't tell you much about that. I've only been at home with them from summer these past few years. Donald's never told me about any special girls.
You? Actually, if he thinks I've got a crush on Donald, that might be a good reason for him to give me an honest opinion. So, what do you think of Donald? Really?
He's not a bad kid. He just gets too much energy, and that's what gets him into trouble. It happens a lot with Williams. If he were willing to work hard on anything but pranks, he could go a long way. A steady girlfriend might help with that. I certainly wouldn't complain about seeing you two together. But I'm not the one you have to ask, am I?
He ruffles my hair.
Don't worry, I won't tell him you said anything. I won't tell you said anything. Good luck.
And then he's gone. I kind of like how the three siblings in the family, all three have different accents from different continents. That's all good. That was not quite how I expected Donald's question to turn out. Cool. Let's go to the next week. This is probably a good time to save. It was a fun episode. I enjoyed it. And I think we're on the right path towards Donald. He'll be my target. Holy crap, I'm sounding so creepy. Anyway, we'll try to ride-into him. But that will happen next time. And until then, take care.